I am Amy Smith. I teach 6th grade at North Ashboro Middle.
And I'm Chandra Collins. I teach 6th grade science at North Ashboro Middle School as well. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a project we've been working on.
The project is based on our standard 6E23 and 6E24, which deal with soil formation and good stewardship of the land.
And we basically started with our standard and tried to find ways to, I guess, bring about the interest of our students best. And what we found was that there was a real world problem we were able to connect it to, and it actually stemmed from my yard at home. I live on old farmland, and for some reason, which I won't say, the trees in my yard are having trouble growing. We've had a few die, and so we started looking at that problem.
And the grass.
Yeah, and the grass. The grass is not very good as either. So we kind of talked about those problems, and they fit perfectly with our unit, and we just went from there and built on that.
So our project is based on the driving question, how can we, as students, design a plan to improve soil quality for Randolph County farmers?
At the end of our training on project-based learning, we did something called the Critical Friends Protocol. And in doing so, we realized that our driving question might need to be altered just a little bit, so that's still in the works at this point. We are moving on to taking that feedback and, I guess,
Just
enhancing
making it, right, just making it as good as we can to make sure it's as inclusive as possible.
So we started thinking along the lines of where we wanted this project to go, and it took us to, I guess, kind of coming up with a vision in the end of what might make our kids feel that true power, that buy-in, and we looked at doing some projects for them that they could present to the public, present to their parents, and we came up with 4 options for them.
Their choices will include a public service announcement poster or brochure, a letter to the newspaper as written as an advice column sort of, or a website that we thought we could link to our school websites. We also wanted to use the brochures and the posters to put it in the public, like to put at Weston's and Lowe's hardware stores and feed and seed stores that people who it would impact would see it.
And of course there's the question of where does literacy fit in? Well, literacy always fits in just about everything you do. And so in the process of building our unit, and we have a lot of things laid out here that we would be willing to share if anybody wanted to take a look at them. But one of the things that we looked at was the Dust Bowl. And we were able to tie in an informative essay, so that went along with the language arts standards readily. We also talked about tying in some of the strategies we used in our training, such as the Critical Friends Protocol, which we felt was a little more powerful, I guess, than the fishbowl for that purpose. Well, for the purpose of revising and getting feedback. And I'll let you.
All right, so I guess along with the along with the literacy, we have our 21st century skills that we feel like we're going to be hitting on are the collaboration that the kids are going to need to have to complete the project, and the creativity that's going to come in with their products at the end, and of course that this will all lead to a school garden. We're looking into where we can put planters to grow a garden and have a salsa night.
And so I guess thinking about where, I guess in the world of building the lesson, you really need to know when you're planning it, what is the one thing that the kids are going to be doing to help them truly understand the content, because this is not about teaching with worksheets or teaching with videos. This is about students getting involved, doing something, and actually learning through the process. And so with the school garden, that is what they'll be doing. They're going to learn about good stewardship. They're going to learn to problem solve, because they will come across problems, and they're going to be solving the problem, hopefully, about why my trees are not growing, and they should be able to tell us a little something, especially after doing the research, which they're, again, language arts, researching the Dust Bowl and talking about why farmers had problems with their land, and hopefully they'll be able to find some connections to that. So I think the big idea, the big picture, is getting the kids involved in the school garden, and then taking that big picture and the standards and breaking it down into small pieces and portions along the way.
And our lessons will focus on a leading to discovery, so that the kids are able to find this information and discover this information that they're going to need for themselves.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Mhm.